Nobody teaches you this stuff. You can fly for 40 years and never learn what I am about to tell you. Airlines do not put it in their emails. TSA does not announce it on their website. Gate agents assume you already know, but you do not know. And that is exactly how they want it. My friend Bernard found out the hard way last October. 72 years old, retired postal worker from Minneapolis, flew maybe 6 times a year to visit his daughter in Tampa. Thought he understood airports perfectly well. Then one trip everything went sideways. His flight got delayed 4 hours. He sat at the gate watching the departure time change again and again. When the airline finally canceled the flight completely, they handed him a voucher for a future trip and sent him home. Bernard did not want a voucher. He wanted his money back, but nobody told him he had a legal right to demand cash instead. Nobody mentioned the federal rule that changed everything about refunds. He took what they offered because he did not know any better. $347 gone. Money he will never see again. All because of a secret the airline kept to themselves. I am Captain Jake. More than 10 years flying commercial aircraft. And today I am pulling back the curtain on the 10 secrets airports and airlines actively hide from travelers over 60. These are not theories. These are documented policies and loopholes that exist right now. Information that could save you hundreds of dollars and hours of frustration. Things I have watched airlines exploit again and again because passengers simply do not know. Let us get into it. Secret number 1. You can demand cash refunds, and airlines hope you never find out. This is the biggest secret in aviation right now. Federal law changed in late 2024. If your domestic flight gets delayed 3 hours or more, and you decide not to take the replacement flight, you're entitled to a full cash refund. Not a voucher. Not travel credits that expire. Actual money returned to your credit card within 7 business days. International flights have a 6-hour threshold. Same rule applies. Airlines hate this. Vouchers cost them almost nothing because many passengers never use them. Cash refunds hit their profits directly, so they train gate agents to push vouchers first, to make vouchers sound like the better deal, to never mention cash unless you specifically demand it. Here is the exact phrase that works. I am declining the alternative flight and requesting a cash refund to my original payment method as required by Department of Transportation regulations. Say those words. Watch their attitude change immediately. Secret number 2. Basic economy has hidden restrictions they bury in the fine print. You see the cheap fare online and think you found a deal. Airlines are counting on that reaction. Basic economy is not regular economy with a discount. It is a completely different product designed to cost you more once you arrive at the airport. No seat selection. You sit wherever they assign you, even if it means separating from your spouse. No full-size carry-on bag on many airlines. That roller bag you always bring goes in the cargo hold for an extra $60 fee. No changes allowed. Miss your flight and you lose everything. Airlines know seniors often travel with medication in carry-on bags. They know you might have mobility issues requiring aisle seats. They know you value flexibility when plans change. Basic economy ignores all of that. And the booking websites show you the cheap price in big numbers, while hiding the restrictions in tiny gray text 3 clicks deep. Always click through to full fare details before booking. Look for the words basic economy and understand exactly what you are giving up. Secret number 3. Facial recognition is completely optional, but they pressure you to comply. Walk up to certain TSA checkpoints or airline gates in 2026, and cameras will try to scan your face. The system matches your features to your ID photo automatically. Here is what they deliberately do not tell you. You have the right to refuse. Simply say, I opt out of facial recognition and prefer standard ID verification. That is it. TSA must accommodate you. Airlines must accommodate you. No penalty, no additional screening, no suspicious looks. But they design the process to make opting out feel awkward. The cameras activate automatically. Agents do not mention alternatives. Other passengers watch as you interrupt the flow. They want you to feel like refusal causes problems. It does not. Your face belongs to you. Use this phrase and keep walking. Secret number 4. TSA has a hidden program for passengers 75 and older. This one shocks people every time I mention it. If you are 75 or older, TSA provides special accommodations at security checkpoints. You may keep light jackets and shoes on during screening. You receive expedited processing. You face less intensive secondary screening if something triggers an alarm. These accommodations exist because TSA recognizes older travelers face unique challenges, balance problems when bending, discomfort removing layers publicly, stress that makes everything harder. But here is the secret. TSA does not advertise this anywhere. No signs explain it. Officers rarely offer it automatically. The program exists, but you have to know about it and sometimes ask directly. Next time you fly, mention your age if you are over 75. Ask about senior accommodations. Watch how the experience changes. Secret number 5. Airlines damage wheelchairs constantly and hope you do not document it. This secret costs travelers thousands of dollars every year. Airlines mishandle mobility equipment at alarming rates. Wheelchairs come off planes scratched, dented, and sometimes completely broken. Scooters arrive with missing parts. Airlines count on passengers not having proof. They blame existing damage. They claim you cannot prove when the damage occurred. They offer lowball settlements hoping you accept out of exhaustion. The Department of Transportation added new protections in 2026, but enforcement takes time. Airlines know most passengers will not fight back. Here is how you beat them. Photograph your wheelchair or scooter from every angle before every single flight. Include close-ups of any existing wear. Email the photos to yourself so they have timestamps. Attach a luggage tag directly to the frame with your phone number. If damage occurs, report it immediately before leaving the airport. Take photos at baggage claim. Get written documentation. Demand names of every employee involved. Documentation is the secret weapon they do not want you to have. Secret number 6. Skipping one flight segment cancels your entire trip automatically. Airlines hide this rule deep in their contracts of carriage. If you skip any segment of your booked itinerary, every remaining flight gets canceled instantly. No warning, no refund. Just gone. This traps seniors who change plans mid-trip. Maybe you decided to stay an extra week with family and skip a connecting flight. Maybe you found a better way to reach your destination. Maybe an emergency changed everything. The moment you miss one flight segment, the airline erases everything else. They keep your money and sell your seat to someone else. Always call the airline before skipping any flight. Ask about your options. Sometimes they will accommodate changes. Sometimes they will not. But at least you will know before losing everything. Secret number 7. There is a $45 fee for travelers who show up unprepared, and TSA profits from confusion. Real ID enforcement started May 2025. Your old driver's license without the star no longer works for domestic flights. Millions of travelers had no idea. Starting February 2026, TSA offers something called Confirm ID. Show up without proper identification and pay $45 for TSA to attempt verifying your identity through other means. Here is what they do not tell you. This backup is not guaranteed to work. Even if it works, you face major delays, and you pay $45 every single time it happens. TSA built a revenue stream from confused travelers. They could have simplified requirements. They could have extended deadlines. Instead, they created a system that charges you for not understanding their complicated rules. Get your real ID now, or use your passport for domestic flights. Do not feed the $45 machine. Secret number 8. Airlines cancel flights instead of delaying them to avoid triggering refund rules. This is the dirtiest trick in the industry. Federal law requires automatic cash refunds when delays exceed 3 hours. Airlines know this threshold exactly, and they manipulate the timing to stay under it. Watch what happens during delays. Your flight shows delayed 1 hour, then 2 hours, then 2 hours and 45 minutes, then suddenly canceled. They cancel right before hitting the 3-hour mark. Cancellation resets everything. They rebook you on tomorrow's flight and avoid paying refunds entirely. Pay attention to timestamps. Screenshot every delay announcement. If the total delay exceeded 3 hours before cancellation, you may still have refund rights. Document everything and dispute their denial directly with the Department of Transportation. Secret number 9. Mobile boarding passes fail constantly, and airlines blame your phone. Storing your boarding pass in Apple Wallet or Google Wallet seems convenient. Tap your phone and breeze through. Airlines push this technology because it saves them money on printing and staffing. But here is what they hide. Airport scanners are inconsistent. Different terminals use different systems. Some readers fail repeatedly with digital passes. And when your phone dies or glitches at the gate, the problem becomes yours, not theirs. Gate agents see mobile boarding pass failures every single day. Passengers frantically reloading apps. Phones dying without chargers. Wrong passes displaying. Cracked screens making codes unreadable. Airlines will not tell you this because they want you using their app. But experienced travelers always carry backup. Screenshot your boarding pass and save it to photos. Print a paper copy at home. Keep your confirmation email accessible offline. Redundancy prevents disaster. Do not trust technology alone. Secret number 10. Airlines charge more for good seats, but hide the pricing until checkout. Seat selection used to be included with your ticket. You booked a flight and picked your seat. Simple. Now airlines play pricing games designed to extract maximum money from passengers who do not pay attention. Aisle seats cost extra. Window seats cost extra. Seats near the front cost extra. Sitting next to your spouse might cost $30 more per seat, and these fees often do not appear until the final checkout screen after you have invested time in the booking process. Airlines count on passengers being too frustrated to start over. You see the extra charges. You sigh. You pay anyway. Here is the secret. Close the browser. Start over on a different airline. Compare total costs, including seat fees, not just base fares. Sometimes the more expensive ticket ends up cheaper once you add the seats you actually need. Never accept the first price without checking alternatives. Now, before I wrap up, I want to mention something that could change how you travel forever. I created a resource called the Airport Survival Guide, specifically for travelers who are tired of being caught off guard. It covers everything. How to handle delays and get the refund you actually deserve. What to do when your luggage disappears. Your complete rights as a passenger that airlines hope you never discover. Step-by-step checklists for security. Medical travel considerations. Even the exact scripts for what to say when gate agents try to push vouchers instead of cash. One place. Every answer you need. No more guessing. The link is in the description below. Let me leave you with this. Bernard called me after I explained the refund rules he missed. He was frustrated, but also relieved. He said, "Jake, I flew my whole life thinking I understood how this worked. Turns out, I only knew what they wanted me to know." That sentence stuck with me. Because Bernard is smart. He paid attention, he followed the rules. But the rules changed, and airlines made sure he did not find out. You are smarter now than you were 15 minutes ago. You know about cash refunds. You know about basic economy traps. You know about facial recognition and wheelchair documentation and all the timing tricks airlines use. Use this information. Share it with people you care about. Your spouse needs to know. Your siblings need to know. Anyone over 60 who flies even occasionally deserves to understand what airlines and airports have been hiding. Leave a comment telling me which secret surprised you most. Did you know about the 75 and older accommodations? Had you discovered the basic economy trap before? Have you fought for a cash refund successfully? Your stories help me understand what matters. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Practical information for travelers over 60 who refuse to be taken advantage of anymore. I am Captain Jake. Now you know what they never wanted you to know. Fly informed, and I will see you in the next one.